Hello and thank you for showing an interest in the Minecraft World Manager. I'm not going to waste any time, I'm just going to kick straight into this. I know that some of you may have read or have been anticipating this feature, but like I say, I'm going to get into it. Now, first thing I'm going to point out is tab control at the top. Since we have a higher demand for more features, I need this space, so I've now implemented a tab control. And as we can see, we've got unload and restore selected. Now, first thing I'm going to show you is world unloading and restoring. If we come over to our Minecraft here, we have world 1, 3 and 5, which as you can see are highlighted here. Let's load up world 1. Well, what should we call this save then? Mountain with a hole in it. It's world 1, mountain with a hole in it. So let's come over here and we'll say world 1. Let's give it a custom name and call it mountain hole. So world 1 will be unloaded as mountain hole. Let's give it a brief description of, say, mountain in front with a hole in the side. And then we'll say unload. And then we get a generic warning. And we can come in here, and world 1 has now gone. That space is freed up for you to make another world. However, we want to restore world 1. Oh look, in the list we have mountain hole. And then we have the name of the save, and then the description, mountain in front with a hole in the side. So we'll then select world 1, and then we'll restore our world. Generic warning, again, they can be disabled. So my world 1 is back. Let's have a look. There's our mountain hole again. Now, the main features on this page. Now the next page is our duplication page. We can select a world to duplicate world 1. And I can select a world to duplicate it in 2. In this case, world 2, since that is a free slot. Alternatively, I can then give it a new name. So I could say mountain backup. So if I wanted to do something drastic on there, I could make a backup. But making a backup is not on my list of plans, so I'm going to just duplicate it into world 2. Note at the moment there's no yes or cancel. I'll end up fixing that before this is released. So now we're duplicating the save data. And then we get our little message pop up to say it's done. Now we can come in here. Oh look, world 1 and world 2 are the same size. Let's check world 1 again, because we know that's the mountain with the hole in it. Oh look, it is. And then world 2 is also the mountain with the hole in it. So now we have the level saved on 2 world slots. Now I can select my world 2 over here, and it's the deletion panel. I can either say delete to the recycling bin, or check this box and say delete permanently. Obviously if you do that you don't get it back. So let's delete it permanently, because hell, I don't want it, it's a duplication. This warning will show whether you have warnings enabled or not, for your safety, for my safety, for everyone's safety. You cannot disable this. So we'll say OK, deleting world 2. Take a little while to prepare. Done. That was quick, we didn't even see the progress bar. Now we come along here. It's empty, it's gone, it's deleted. It's not been unloaded, it's been deleted. So there we have it. One thing I would like to point out is sometimes, for an unknown reason, not everything will be deleted. Most stuff will be deleted, but there'll be like one empty folder left inside the save, and you'll know that if Minecraft says slot 2 is empty, but the manager says slot 2 has data in. If that is the case, go to File, and open Minecraft saves folder. And then here we'll be able to see it will say World 2, and then you'll go into it and there'll be, say, one folder, and inside that will be nothing. Just delete that. I don't know what causes it. It doesn't happen all the time, but I'm just pointing that one out there. This is perfectly safe as long as you don't mess with the feature. If you haven't already, go and view the video on override. It's important that you understand how that works and what not to do and what to do. Another thing I'd like to point out is my handy little help file. I've got a help file here that displays general information, information about the main bar up here, the bar there, information on how to unload, restore, duplicate or delete worlds. I suggest that if you run into a problem you read those, and if you don't, feel free to contact me on the Minecraft forums. Now, another handy feature is the submit bug report. Now, if you've got a problem with the manager or would like to suggest something, actually I'll put in a suggestion later, but you can submit a bug report to me. Now, I'd prefer it if you contacted me this way. It's completely anonymous. I'll receive everything you put in here, so please use it. If there's a problem, please use it, and I'll be able to fix it. As soon as I get the report, I'll get the report fairly instantly. As soon as I check, I'll be able to see that. So just fill it in like duplicate world doesn't display a choice box. Now that's fairly important one. That won't take too long to fix. It'll be fixed before you notice. And then you can say submit report. Now the only thing you're going to have to do is just enter in this 5-string character as it appears. It's just a safety feature. I don't want people spamming me with fake reports. So just enter that in, and your report will be sent to me. And that would be great. I can then keep on top of errors. So otherwise, that's about it. You can disable the warnings, so you won't be pestered about whether you really do want to unload World 1. So we say World 1 will become 015, unload straight away 015, and then we say we want that to go back to World 1. So you won't be pestered. Anyway, that was a quick overlook of the Minecraft World Manager. I hope you use it. I hope you get some good use out of it, and trust it. It's not going to break your saves unless you start messing with stuff. If there's one thing I want to say is don't come into here and start changing the World Manager info and the World Manager log text files. They're there to store information. If you change them, it's not going to be good. And on a final note, when you exit the application, if you have disable warnings activated, when you load it up again, they will still be deactivated. If you uncheck this, it will remain unchecked through sessions. I'd just like to put that out there. If you don't want this feature in there, just message me, and if I get a lot of people not wanting it, then I'll sort it out. Anyway, thank you and good night.